Today's Monday, March 31, 2014. Sunrise was at 6:35 a.m. and the sun will set at 7:17 p.m. Length of daylight hours today will be 12 hours, 39 minutes. Of visible light, 13 hours, 42 minutes. The young moon with 1% illumination rose at 6:55 a.m. and will set at 8:36 p.m. The moon today is 239,098 miles distant from the center of planet Earth. At noon, the moon will be in the first zodiacal sign, Aries, the ram, spanning the first 30 degrees of celestial longitude. Born this day, the sun is in Aries, the ruling planet of which is Mars, element fire, quality assertiveness, ability, leadership. You are the initiators of the zodiac. You like to be first in all that you do, and you're happiest when sharing new discoveries with your friends. You're willing to begin conversations with total strangers, such as this guy.
When spring came, even the false spring, there were no problems except where to be happiest. The only thing that could spoil a day was people, and if you could keep from making engagements, each day had no limits. People were always the limiters of happiness, except for the very few that were as good as spring itself.
Well, maybe not that guy. Aries people usually have many friends, except when you act like a jerk, which is far too often, you know what I'm talking about, or when you're broke. It's mostly cloudy in downtown Rutland with an overcast at 800 feet. It will be cooler today than yesterday. The high expected temperature today is 37 degrees on the Fahrenheit scale. Winds from the north, 10 to 15 miles per hour, gusting to 30 miles per hour. Tonight, those north winds will diminish, becoming light, generally less than 10 miles per hour west to east. Tomorrow's forecast calls for fair skies, high temperatures in the upper 40s.
High tides today, Monday, March 31, 2014, at Vladivostok, Eastern Siberia, are expected at 3:24 a.m., 9/10 of a foot, and at 3:36 p.m., 8/10 of a foot. Low tides at Vladivostok will be at 9:43 a.m. and 10:04 p.m., 1/10 of a foot and 2/10 of a foot, respectively. Thank you, and have a nice day.
Astrobiologists are asking, could life, blown from our planet into space by asteroid impact, be swimming in the oceans of the moons of Jupiter? Dateline, the Gulf of Mexico, off the Yucatan, Central America. The asteroid that wiped out the dinosaurs, U.S. researchers say, just might have catapulted life to Mars and the moons of Jupiter. They calculated just how many Earth rocks big enough to shelter life were ejected by asteroids in the past 3.5 billion years. The impact was strong enough to fire chunks of debris all the way to Europa, the sixth closest of Jupiter's moons, the fourth largest of Jupiter's Galilean moons, and the sixth largest known moon in our solar system. Thousands of potentially life-bearing rocks also made it to Mars, which once might have been habitable. We find that rock capable of carrying life has been transferred from both Earth and Mars to all of the terrestrial planets in our solar system, and Jupiter, says lead author Rachel Worth of Penn State University. Any missions to search for life on Titan, the largest Saturnian moon, or the moons of Jupiter, will have to consider whether biological material is of independent origin or another branch of Earth's family tree. Panspermia, the idea that organisms can hitchhike around the solar system on comets and debris from meteor strikes, has long fascinated astronomers. But because of advances in computing, they're now able to simulate these journeys and follow potential stowaways as they hitchhike around the solar system. In this new study, researchers first estimated the number of rocks bigger than 3 meters ejected from Earth by major impacts. 3 meters is the minimum they think necessary to shield microbes from the sun's radiation over a journey lasting up to 10 million years. A small but significant number made it all the way to alien worlds that might be hospitable to life, enough that it matters, Worth told BBC News. About 6 rocks are estimated to have made it as far as Europa, a moon of Jupiter in a liquid ocean covered in an icy crust. Even using conservative, realistic estimates, it's still possible that organisms could be swimming around out there in the oceans of Europa, she said. Travel to Mars was much more common. About 360,000 large rocks might have taken the ride to the red planet courtesy of historical asteroid impacts. This has been today's Weather Minute. I'm Richard Alcott.